Hi everyone, my name is Mary Bechet, and I thought today I would yap about my work in progresses, my WIPs, and kind of different projects I'm working on, and all the little fun stuff I'm doing along the way. So, let's begin. We know that I've written this beauty, Ciel City. She is out, available on Amazon if you're interested. And along the way, I had written the prequel, Clueless. And I am currently wrapping up the sequel to the prequel to book one, The Ciel Night, or The Night of Ciel, I'm not sure. Work in progress. So that is the last chapter I'm working on, and I anticipate it being finished this month. I never intended for this to be a series, but here we are. Along the way, I'm also revisiting my first project. So novel writing was actually not my goal. My goal was screenplays. I was watching a bunch of YouTube back in 2020, obviously lockdown, about how to write screenplays, movies, TV shows, yada yada. So I flexed my little writing muscle on cartoons. I wrote some Gravity Falls episodes, they were pretty okay. TMT episodes, they were pretty good. And I was like, okay, I want to write a live action, soft fantasy, true heir to the throne, adventure story. I think that'd be cool. And then Astron was born. I'm obsessed with the sky, the night sky, heavenly bodies, stars, moons, yada yada, love that stuff. So I was like, okay, what if I take a kingdom that is formed by a falling star, the soil is enriched with magic because of the star, called Astron, and from there the inhabitants have magic because they eat from the land, they drink of the water, and it's all been saturated with this magic. Cool. What if only the royal family had access to that magic? Conflict. Love it. And then the idea kept spiraling. And so from there, I started plotting out episodes, okay, hook, what's happening, climax, like falling action, rising action, typical grade 12 English stuff. And so I was really into it. I was like, okay, I have 3 seasons worth of materials and characters and deep dives and tropes and blah, blah, blah. I'm ready. I came to write. I was not very good. I was not very good at it. It was very difficult to get in the headspace of brief, quick descriptors. Okay, interior forest floor, daylight. That doesn't make sense. Exterior forest, daylight, that makes sense. Slug lines. Then I was like, okay, how do I get better at describing emotions? Because obviously via TV and movies, you can only describe emotions via the actors will take liberties, but through words, like the dialogue. So I was watching this YouTuber, I can't remember which one, and she's like, if you're struggling to write screenplays, you should flex your hand at novel writing. And I was like, yo, that sounds like a commitment. Let's do it. So I tried. And that's when I was dabbling in an ancient Egyptian soft magic system. And I was posting that one online, and it was doing pretty well received. So I was like, okay, I can start writing descriptions, but obviously it's lacking. I need to get better and better. Lo and behold, I got accepted to law school, and then I was suddenly inspired during law, property law specifically, to write this chase scene. 2 girls, they drop their boba, they're getting chased. So I wrote that. And then I was like, well, why are they getting chased? So I kept writing. I was like, well, who are these girls? Kept writing. I was like, well, what do the girls want? Kept writing. You see where I'm going. Eventually, that little idea turned into this baby. And I got better at writing descriptions. Who would have guessed? Dialogue, woohoo, all that. And now that I've finished this, and book 4, and I keep on revisiting Astron, because now when I revisit what I've written, I realize I'm like, oh, I can tighten up the words here, or oh, I can say this. I think that'll convey how the characters are actually feeling without saying as much as I want to say. And I'm really excited to see where Astron goes, because knock on wood, I do want to submit it. I do want a studio. If there are any studios left as of today, Netflix bought Warner Brothers, so that's great. I do want a studio to pick it up. I would love to be part of that, production. I want to see it, ideas come from words and how that comes to life. I think that'd be really cool. So that's kind of where I want to go with that. So I have this Ciel night, I have Astron, and then I have like a few other movie ideas, but I don't know, like I'm putting thought towards it, but at the same time, I don't want to expand too much. I want to like kind of stay in the crime thriller fantasy genre. The movies are a sci-fi thriller, which is weird because I'm not really into sci-fi, but I'll give it a shot. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm working on right now, aside from all the other day-to-day things you do as a human. But yeah, it's fun, it's exhausting, but it's so rewarding. So tell me about your work in progresses in the comments. Talk soon.